She looked me straight in the eye, arms crossed like a judge passing sentence. My therapist says, "You're the source of my anxiety." I didn't flinch, just nodded and said, "I see." Then I walked into the bedroom, packed a single duffel, and left a note on the kitchen counter. "Problem solved. You're welcome." By the time she found it, I was already halfway across state lines. We'd been together 6 years, married 4, met at a gallery opening, her idea, not mine. She was electric, magnetic, the kind of woman who made you feel lucky just to stand beside her. And for a while, I was. Sunday mornings with coffee and crossword puzzles, movie nights under worn-out blankets. I believed in us, in her. That belief turned out to be a slow-acting poison. It started small. She'd leave the dishes, then say I was controlling for asking about it. She'd criticize how I dressed, how I walked, how I spoke, but smile while doing it. "You know I love you, right?" she'd whisper after cutting me open. She wanted to be the victim and the savior in the same breath. I started second-guessing everything. Then came the therapy. At first, I was glad she was going. I thought maybe she'd find peace, find balance. But instead, she found ammunition. Week after week, she came home with new diagnoses for me. Gaslighter, narcissist, emotional leech. The irony? She never once asked me how I felt. It wasn't therapy, it was training. Weaponizing every conversation, twisting words until I apologized for things I didn't do. But the day she said I was the source of her anxiety, that was it. That was the moment I knew this wasn't about healing. It was about power. I didn't argue, didn't yell, didn't plead. I just walked. But I wasn't done. Because she thought she could rewrite the story, paint herself the hero, erase the man who stayed loyal while she tore him down inch by inch. So I decided to give her exactly what she asked for, a life without me. And I made sure the silence would echo. First thing I did, cut the cord clean. Bank accounts? Closed mine. Took what was mine. Joint savings? Gone. I'd funneled it into a separate account weeks prior when I first sensed the shift. Bills? Switched every utility to her name. Rent? Let the landlord know I wouldn't be renewing. Left her name on the lease. She got the house. She also got the debt. I deleted my social media, changed my number, disabled shared locations. The world she curated around me collapsed in one night. 24 hours later, the text started. "Where are you? I didn't mean it like that. We need to talk." Then came the guilt. "You're abandoning me? You're proving my therapist right." No, I thought. I was proving me right. She didn't know about the folder I kept, screenshots, voice recordings. Every time she twisted words, gaslit me, weaponized therapy speak to avoid accountability, I sent it to her therapist anonymously. Just a subject line: "Your client isn't telling you everything." I don't know what happened in that next session, but I can imagine. All I know is the calls stopped after that. A month later, I was living in a new city. New name on the mailbox. New job. Smaller place. Quieter mornings. No eggshells on the floor. No accusations over nothing. Just freedom. 6 months passed before I saw her again. She found me outside a bookstore, my old favorite, back in the city for a visit. She looked thinner, frazzled. That effortless confidence she wore like perfume? Gone. "I didn't expect to see you," she said. "You shouldn't have." She swallowed hard. "I've been trying to understand what happened." "You made yourself very clear," I replied. "I believed you." Tears welled in her eyes. She reached out, but I stepped back. "You don't get to miss me now," I said. "Not after you turned me into your villain just to feel better about yourself." She opened her mouth, then closed it. For once, she had nothing to say. I walked away. This time, not out of pain, but peace. Some people don't want partners, they want mirrors that reflect their flaws onto someone else. And when you finally step away, they don't grieve you, they grieve the loss of control. So when she said I was the source of her anxiety, she wasn't wrong, because I was the only one who ever saw her, the real her. And truth terrifies people like that. So I gave her peace. She just didn't realize it would come wrapped in silence and locked doors. My only regret is waiting so long to leave. But in the end, she gave me freedom, and I gave her exactly what she asked for: nothing.